Hello and welcome to this week's video newsletter. And this week we've got more exciting news because the tailor-made Stealth 2.0 have turned up. Apparently, I haven't tried them yet, we'll do that when we'll do a little review for next week, but apparently they are a lot more forgiving than the original Stealth from last year. So last year, the Stealth, some people absolutely loved them because they were hitting the ball quite steadily out the middle and they were getting a lot more distance, a la Oli. You would expect Oli as a golf pro to hit the middle of the club face quite often, and yes, he hit his Stealth fantastically well. The miss hit wasn't very forgiving last year, but this year they've changed that. So hopefully we should be back to pre-Stealth levels with the tailor-made quality of their golf clubs that they normally produce. But we'll go into that a bit more next week, because this week we are back to the Ping G430 driver. Okay, I should say with the Stealth we've got the demos in 4 different heads. We've got 20 different driver shaft options to try as well, from extra stiff through to ladies flex at various different weights and kick points, etc. So 20 different shaft options to have a choice from, and 4 different heads. We've also got the fairway woods in and the hybrids as well, all the demo stuff. So if you want to come and try it, let us know. You don't have to have a fitting. You can always just take it on the golf course if you would like and try it out that way. Obviously, you can only try one shaft at a time when you're out on the golf course. That's why it's always best to get it fitted here, because we can chop and change the shafts depending on how you're hitting a particular shaft. So that's always a way. But if you want to have a little feel of them, by all means, you can take them out on the golf course. But yes, this week we're to the Ping G430 driver, which some interesting options. They say it's the fastest face they've ever produced, and they're the lightest golf club they've ever produced. They've got a 35 gram shaft, which is ridiculously light. I'm going to have a bit of fun with that later and give that a go. But what do Ping say about their G430? Let's go through the technical talk. Oh, there goes the driver. So, Ping G430 drivers, what do they say about them? When you've earned the reputation of the game's most forgiving driver that also ranks as one of the longest, the next step is obvious. You make it longer. So we did, by engineering face design optimization that leads to increased face flexing, producing faster ball speeds that generate consistently longer, accurate tee shots from 3 models. So like last time, they've got the Max, which is a general big-headed one. They've got the SFT, which is a draw-biased one, so a little bit anti-slice. And they've got the LST, which is the low-spinning one, which is the kind of design for myself sort of thing. When it comes to them, they've got a shallower variable thickness face, is thinner for generating fast ball speed for biggest distances gained, so a bit more trampoline effect. Exclusive to a 440 LST, so the low spinning one, which we haven't got just yet, that is coming. They've got a carbon head, so they've changed the CGI a little bit, NEMOI, to try and take a bit more spin on it. So I haven't got that at the moment, but we will give that a try when it arrives, a carbon head to it. It's got the new it's got the same old Dragonfly wings at the top there as they had last time. So in the latest ones, there we go, so it's all there. They've had that before. What else they've got to say? Sound engineering, so they have changed the sound of it a little bit. They've dampened the sound. One of the faults of the G425 that it was a fantastic golf club, but it would make a hell of a racket. It was a very tinny noise to it, so they have dampened the sound, and I've hit a few already, and it certainly sounds a lot better than it did with the G425. Contribute to adding speed is a variable roll radius that improves performance across the forged face by reducing spin. Okay, so they've done something there. You've got the weight shifters at the back, so you can transform the weights across the back as well, so turn it into a draw bias or a fade bias. And then where else have we got? Straight flight technology. The SFT is a 22 gram weight, so it's a little bit more draw bias. 13 yards it can save you in that slice spin. But ultimately, the heads are very forgiving because of the forged face, and because of the new trampoline effect face almost. Yeah, they've just changed the way they designed it. But ultimately, despite the technical talk, they have been very popular on tour. A lot of players have gone to them already on the PGA Tour, I've noticed. Ping don't shout about their clubs as much as other companies do. They let their clubs do the talking. So I'm going to have a little hit with a few. Down here is one I've made earlier. Now I've got the Ping G430 driver, the Max one. I've got 10.5, so I've cranked it down to 9 degrees, 9 degrees, so I can crank it down to 1.5 degrees. And I've got the lowest spinning, lowest launching shaft that I've got in stock at the moment, which is their Tor 65 stiff shaft, okay? So it's not quite as lower launching and lower spinning as my driver, which I've hit a few already to compare it against, but it's about the best that we can do at the moment. Let's have a look and let's have a feel and let's have a play. So, behind the ball, yeah, you can see it's a nice shape to it, nice and black, matte finished. It does look quite nice. Typical modern day. It looks quite big actually. I'm not sure if it is big, but it does look quite, it's not, it's 460cc as most heads are, but it does look quite big behind the ball, which I don't mind, because the bigger the head, the faster I feel I can swing it without mishitting it so much. And I don't mind that so much. Let's have right, and hit a few shots and then compare it against my driver and we'll see whether we've got increased ball speed or not. Let's have a little go. Let's see how it performs. A little bit low off the face there. Normally would make a mega racket with the G425, but actually the sound was a lot quieter with that G430. So straight away, I have noticed the sound is slightly different with the G430 in a good way. Let's have a look at the numbers and see how it's performed. So here we go with the numbers. You can see the yellow driver here was 5 that I hit earlier with mine. Just good, solid, bulk standard driver shots that I would expect to do on the golf course. One a little bit left, one a little bit right, but that's about standard. Averaging 250 carry, 274 total. So I wouldn't expect the ping to go quite as far as that just because the shaft is so much different. And I like that low launching, low spinning shaft. So let's have a look at the pings. First of all, ball speed. Has that jumped up very much? Not really, actually. It's 148.2 with my driver and 146.1 with a Ping G430. Now, obviously that's very much strike dependent, but I don't feel like I hit those too poorly. They were probably launching a little bit higher than mine, so that would explain maybe a mile an hour ball speed, but it's not jumping out of me. The ball speed is not jumping out of me. It's not fantastically fast off the face. Bearing in mind I didn't hit mine fantastically well. 150.7 was the fastest with mine. 147.9 was the fastest with the Ping. So it's still a couple of mile an hour, didn't it? 3 different mile an hour difference there. So it's not coming off the face that fast, but that could be down to the launch and the spin as well. You can see the spin numbers have jumped up a look. I'm at 2.351 with mine. 2.964 with the Ping, and that's all about the shaft generally as well. Plus the fact the head is slightly different as well. I could do that LFT head, and we'll give that a go when it comes in. Distance wise, 2.43, 2.63 with the Ping. So yeah, it's not going as far as mine. We wouldn't expect it to go as far as mine, but the ball speed is a little bit disappointing. Bearing in mind Ping are shouting about the ball speed. We're kind of good couple of mile an hour slower than my driver, so yeah, that's slightly disappointing, but a lot of that, like I say, could be the launch and it could be the way I've struck them, not quite out the middle as I did as much with mine. So a bit of an unfair comparison. Clearly that Ping G430 model driver isn't the driver suitable for me, so it'll be interesting to see. We'll do another comparison when the LFT model comes in, the low spin model comes in. But yeah, come and give it a try. Ping generally, you know, their market isn't necessarily me. Their market is you guys, the higher handicappers. So yeah, as always, Ping produce some fantastic products. They've never produced a bad one yet. So come and give it a go, come give it a try. Like I said, the biggest thing is though, I'm going to go with this bit of fun, is they now do a 35 gram shaft. Well, that is so light. So Ping G430, certainly lighter, is faster. And 35 grams is super light. So if you're struggling for distance because you don't swing it fast enough, and ultimately that's why we all struggle for distance really, because we don't swing it fast enough. The old adage, oh, if you swing it nice and slow it goes further, it really does not. The faster you swing it, the further the ball goes. Generally, okay, miss hits are obviously more common if you kind of try and swing it faster. Direction, you may be a bit more wayward if you try and swing it faster, but actually faster swing speed, club head speed will make the ball go further, providing we catch it somewhere near the middle. So the Ping G430, without the lightweight shaft, very nice, not built for me. With the lightweight shaft, very nice, not built for me, but club head speed definitely picked up. So if you're lacking a bit of distance, come and give the Ping G430 a go. I don't think you'll be disappointed because nobody ever has done really with the Ping G430 or Ping G stuff over the last 20 years. It's been so popular. Right, on to Galston Golf Club news now, and we'll go back to last Thursday's men's midweek Stableford, where in Division 1, Nick Bickers won with 36 points. Well played, Nick. He beat Dave Punter into second on countback, also on 36 points. Well done, gents. In Division 2, Andy Pod won with 40 points. Well played, Andy. He beat Andy McCann into second on 34 points. In Division 3, Sean Maloney won. Well done, Sean. He won with 37 points, beating Justin Nichols into second on 36 points. On Sunday, we had the Maddox Trophy, which is a greensome competition. John Maddox, golf manager, his dad's competition, raising money for, I can't remember who he said now, but they raised £500 for John's charity, which, no, I can't think, it's gone off the top of my head. But anyway, fantastic effort. Well done to all those who played. Richard Henwood and Christian Vaser won with 39 points, so well done to those two gentlemen as well. Good to see that. But yeah, most importantly, we made £500 for charity, even though I can't remember what the charity is, annoyingly. Right, on to the next hole of my match versus Ollie, the 12th hole. You might want to put the sound up a little bit. We lose the sound a bit because of the wind, so it's a little bit tough to hear what I'm saying, believe it or not. But yeah, let's see what happens.
Right, Ollie's up, bit of ready golf, he's ready to go. I just took a little comfort break. So he's on the tee, keep speed of play going. What we got, Ollie?
Par 4, got big dog leg to right. I'm going to try and hit it straight as I can and then just fade it.
Just going to hit a little baby fade.
Over the top of the trees on the right side.
3 wood we've got. This suits Ollie hole, suits his shape, not necessarily my shape at the moment. Ah, cut a bit more. Oh, I stayed there a little bit. That's a good shot though, should be fine, shouldn't it? Yeah, good hit.
So it's interesting how shapes of shot change. When I'm playing well, I generally hit the ball left to right, and when I'm well practiced. But at the moment, I'm hitting it right to left because just the way I move through the ball, confidence through the ball. So I'm playing a little draw at the moment, which isn't ideal for this shot, but I'm going to try and hit the fade if I can. For me to hit the fade, I've got to aim my body a little bit left. I'm going to really focus on rotating my body through to try and produce the club going left to right, and my body turns quicker than my hands and arms. Basically, that's the idea behind it. That's the feel I'm going to try and get it. Let's see if I can do it. Feet left, club face straight pretty much, and just try and rotate my body a bit more than my hands. No, I've hit it dead straight. Double cross. Yeah, struggling with a fade at the moment. Safe enough though. Right, okay, so I've pulled it over to the left-hand side here, next to the ladies' 18th tee actually. I'm far enough back that I can get it over the trees, even though I've got 185 yards to the middle of the green, probably about 190 yards to the pin, which normally would be a 2-iron, but I'm not so sure I can quite get my 2-iron high enough. So I'm going to go with my 4-iron, and it comes up a little bit short and light, I can chip and putt it. The tee shot was the difficulty. I struggle to fade my 3, but I quite like it for that reason, which means I can't lose it right. But for this hole where you do need that fade, it's not ideal. 2-iron would have been too short, and I don't trust myself with the driver. So all in all, it's a tough tee shot for me. I'm not too dishappy where it's finished, but it just leaves a tough shot now. So 4-iron, up and over, solid swing. Secret is trees to go. Don't try and lift the ball up in the air. Just take a normal swing.
Yeah. So Ollie's been a bit unlucky here. That wind just stopped it fading so much. He's got an awkward one because he can't get a stance. So what are you going to do here, Ollie? Trying to punch it as far down as he can. What club you got?
I've got 5.
5-iron, just trying to trap it down there. If he can get this 100 yards, he's done well, to be fair. Yeah, well done. all you could do. You just got to take your medicine. If that had been a foot the other way to the right, Ollie would have had a shot, a big draw around the trees, which he's more than capable of. Well, that's the luck of the draw today. Okay, Ollie's third shot. It's a good pitch out from the trees. How far you got, Ollie?
68 yards. I've got 50, and I'll try and play it low out the wind.
60, little low skipper. Land it short, watch it check up. Ollie chipping, he just gets inside it. He'll learn a lot from this video as well, to be honest. We'll watch this back and he'll see how he just drops his chipping sometimes inside himself. He'll learn a lot from that.
Oh, I hit my second shot really well. It just clipped a leaf just at the top there, and it just made it go a little bit left. I thought it was actually going to be worse than it is, but it's actually finished up really well, pin high, just off the left hand side of the green here on 12. Slightly lower chip, but I have got to go in. This is a bit scary. That's where I wanted to. So now I'm going to land maybe on the down slope and hopefully take it straight into the flat. So it's a little bit more awkward than it looks, just because my landing area, my planned landing area, is a bit scruffy. So I've got to try and land it over it. Then just bumble down the hill there. So I've got to be quite precise. Still not difficult. Just makes it a little bit more awkward than perhaps it could have been. Just kicked it left. It was annoying. But 3 foot again.
Ollie's got a long putt here for his par, probably a good 40-50 foot this one. Again, he's just having lots of practice strokes, focusing on his speed control. It's all about speed from this range. Speed looks good. Yeah, good putt, Ollie. It's just a little bit right. One of those little tricky ones again. You going to finish? Take your time. I don't know, it's used to go through your routine, but up to you. Yeah, well, good two putt. Shame about a chip, really.
Another one of these, Ollie. This time probably 4 foot rather than 3 foot. Pretty straight, I think. I've just got to trust the stroke. Going straight. Be free. And accept it. Push it down that line.
So there we go, another win for me. I'm now 4 up with 6 to play. What could happen next? Little hit, there is a little comeback by Ollie coming up, so stay tuned for that. Ollie does find his game over the last few holes, but I can't reveal any more than that. But yeah, 4 up, 6 to play, a nice little solid 4-footer there, straight in the middle of the hole. A little bit dead weight, but that makes the hole a little bit bigger, doesn't it? I know Tiger used to ram him, but you know, I haven't quite got the confidence of Tiger. Right, okay, that's everything for this week. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all next week, where we will have the TaylorMade Stealth 2.0 driver review, where we have got all the correct shafts and heads to suit my game, so it will be a fair comparison with my Callaway Rogue Triple Diamond driver. The Paradigm should be here soon, end of the month. Looking forward to getting my hands on those. The Callaway Paradigm. Interestingly enough, John Rahm won in Hawaii a couple of weeks ago using a Paradigm driver, and Siwoo Kim won last week in Hawaii, the Sony Open, using a Paradigm driver. So Callaway 2 for 2 on the PGA Tour in 2023. Right, take care. See you soon. Bye bye.